VENMO, starting out the show in a big way. Thank you, F-150 San Antonio, Texas.
I want to think about dropping in a thank you note.
What's up, everybody? Hopefully we can get some nice action here this evening. Radelaide, how's it going? G'day from down under. We got a lot of corporate jets, of course. Today was the World Cup semifinal in which Spain beat France 2-0. So there's a lot of private jets, the rich people, taking off. Storm Chaser Mark, what's happening? So actually we picked a pretty good day to come on down to Love Field if we can make it work. I know it's a little backlit because the sun is setting to the west, but we got a lot of great jets for you here with the World Cup semifinal over. Air King Flyer, Matt Mann, Tim Arnold, greetings, Storm Chaser Mark. Love those poles in the way. What's up, Parker? So yeah, look, we got a nice little grouping of private jets. There's a Dassault. There's what looks like a Gulfstream, a couple of Challengers, some Cessna Citations. Then over here, we got some Gulfstreams. We got some other stuff. That's right, it's called other stuff. So we picked a good night, I guess, to come on out. I totally forgot about the private jet component of the Love Field action. Jim Rockford, good evening. Not quite a 777 there, but close. Yeah, a 777 could, I guess, technically land here, I think. I know that the Air Force One 747 has landed here. And so, yeah. But I don't know what group standards this airport is. If it's Group 4, if it's Group 5. I think it would probably be Group 4 standards. Hey, but you know what? Let's get you some up-close action with rich people. This is a rich person. I'm sure they're eating caviar. And having champagne. So lots of rich people flying out tonight. I wonder if they have got weather that they've got to get around to. Definitely a possibility. Ah, Parker, fantastic. You got air conditioning again. Excellent. That's right, Air King Flyer. They probably have Grey Poupon as well on board. Maybe some horseradish. Oh, to have the finer things in life. Right? Am I right? But yeah, probably 7, maybe 10 private jets getting ready to take off. In the meantime, we do have, of course, the usual Love Field terminal here with one special livery. We can probably, maybe, oh, yep, there it is. There is Tennessee One, or as Joe Leary likes to call it, Rocky Top. So, yep. Mild sauce. Understandable, Matt, man. I do like the good horseradish on the tenderloin or prime rib, or even a good rump roast. So here we are at the new viewing area that opened up, I think it was, March or February? This will be our second visit here. If you're just joining us, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, F-150 San Antonio, Texas, for that contribution to start off the show with a bang. Okay, so maybe he's not taking off. Maybe he has to go back to his FBO. But we have what looks like a 560 XLS or XLS right here. Treasure Maze, good evening from South Carolina. 80 degrees. Thank you, Matt Man. All right, we got our next takeoff. Our next takeoff ready to roll. Soggy San Antonio. Yes, you got a flood watch in effect there, F-150. You got a nice little flood watch and a low pressure system. Joe Leary, official spokesman for Southwest Airlines and Love Field, hanging with us this evening. We got another arrival on final. Computers tied to some floaties. We got an Embraer Praetor 600 landing next. Nice smooth landing there. And our next departure, getting ready to line up right there. Looks like an older Gulfstream. Only tough, it's great weather tonight. Unfortunately, when the sun sets in the west, this is kind of backlit, so. Rainy Cajun, I am shooting on an iPhone. Yes, that's funny. I've never heard that before. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. I've never heard that before. There we go, Gulfstream. I think this is like a G5. Probably Matthew McConaughey in this. Oh, look at that. Joe Leary was actually going to compliment the audio and the video quality, Rainy Cajun. How about that? How about that? If you're just joining us, welcome in episode 516 from Pip's Planespotting Live. Next departure is going to Atlanta Peachtree Airport, and it's a Citation Sovereign. Off to the ATL. Again, we are post World Cup semifinal action today. Spain beat France, and this traffic is part of the post World Cup semifinal game. Everybody getting out of town after flying in for the Spain-France semifinal, and that is it for Dallas as far as hosting any games. You've got the game between England and Argentina tomorrow in Atlanta, and then this final is Sunday in New York. So that is it. We're done with World Cup action here in Dallas. That's right, Parker.
How's your mother, by the way?
He didn't even ask how my mother was doing. Rainy Cajun went right for it. And look at this, we got even a little prop action here. Yeah, I honestly thought France was going to win. This looks like a Cirrus Vision jet. Maybe? Or a Bonanza, excuse me. Probably a Bonanza. Yep. Oh, that's true, the runner-up. I forgot about that, Matt, the runner-up. But for now, Dallas is done. Dallas is done. Am I happy about that? Yes. I was thinking about this. I think the World Cup next time needs to be 16 teams with like 2 or 4 wild cards. Like, this has been over a month. So that's just my 2 cents. Here comes our next arrival. Looks like another Gulfstream. You can kind of tell it's a Gulfstream based on like how those flaps sit on the rear of the wing. What's up, Kevin Kelly? How we do? What's shaking? Yeah, 64 is a little too much. I can't. No. No. Kevin, good to see you. And thank you to everybody tuning in. Ugh. All right. Looks like we got another Gulfstream getting ready to roll. Runway 13 left. It's not even on the radar, I think. Sunset just after 8:30, so hopefully my equipment will hold out. Spain, Morocco, and Portugal host in 2030. Thank you, Matt. Hi, Ian. Good evening to you from the West Coast here in Dallas. Pretty good crowd tonight here at the Love Field new spotting area. Another Gulfstream rolling down the runway, and congratulations to Parker for getting his air conditioning fixed. Perfect week to get it done, too. Hi, Mickey. That is correct, Rainy Cajun. We do have DFW traffic on South Flow and the distance back there. That is correct. El Toro, greetings to you from Memphis. Nice night here in Dallas. Perfect night to do this. A little humid, but nice evening. Yin says it was 95 degrees. Did you know that it was hotter in Chicago today than it was in Dallas? Bet you didn't. Now you know. I'm good, Mickey. Just arriving here. Holding out for the sunset till we get night side going. Yeah, that's the only downside about this are the poles in the way, as you can see. But everything else is pretty doggone spectacular. Yeah, but you can see those planes in the distance going to Love Field. Parker says thermostat is set to 65 degrees and I'm wearing a hoodie. Nice. It's a load-bearing pole. I'm sorry, Rainy Cajun. It's a load-bearing pole. Ritzy Mink, what's up? Hope all is well there. Yesterday was really busy yesterday. Well, it's really busy today. All these private jets, the sun coming out all at once. I hope I can survive sunburn tonight. I did not bring my mask today. I was hopeful that the sun would actually set earlier, but it didn't. But in the meantime, it looks like we got a business jet there. That's always fun at Love Field. Right on, Ritzy Mink. Yes, Mickey, I know. Yep. Mickey, remind me how old you are? We'll see, Matt, man. We will see. We will see. Aviation Cat. Ah, a Boeing business jet. Yes. Classy, classy. Lots of rich folk flying out after the World Cup semifinal game today at Dallas Stadium. Now we can go back to calling it AT&T Stadium. A Citation CJ3, a nice mid-range jet right there. Mickey, you're 57? Okay. Right on. Southwest, I'm sure, is thrilled. All these private jets. Yeah, this is a pretty good spot. The only reason I don't come here more often, Air King Flyer, is how hot it gets, and there's no shade from the sun from like 2 p.m. to sunset. So that's why I never show up here. Otherwise, if it were the morning or like at night, this would be a spectacular location. Like during the wintertime, way more beneficial. Way better. All right, we got some more rich people here. This looks like TV star Taylor Trash or Trailer Swift. BB. SBG. SBG, more like SBD. I'm funny. I am funny. Eddie, look at you, man. You left Brian to support this channel. Man, Eddie, we need to make you a moderator, I think. That's outstanding. Welcome in, Eddie. Hot dog, sir. That's what I say. Hot dog. Hopefully my... Now, Raining Cajun, this is like an alternate. Look at this. Look at this nice little line we've got forming here. This is like the Raining Cajun line in Seattle last week. Excellent, excellent, Eddie. Well, that is wonderful. I've done it. I've stolen one of his viewers. Only 12,400 more to go. Whoa, the big 6-0. The big 6-0 for Aviation Cat. Nice. Matman, I think, is like 60, 59? Finally, we got some mainline action here. We better sound the heavy alert for this this giant. Max 8. Now I'm gonna have to go behind the post here and then zoom in. That's a load-bearing post, so I can't do anything about it. However, I would like to point out the progress of the fire station, because last time we were here in May broadcasting, they hadn't gotten the exterior done, but it looks pretty close to done, so nice work. Or maybe that's the new Airside Ops building. I don't know. It could be Airside Ops maintenance, or it could be fire station. So if anybody knows, please let me know. Yeah, Aviation Cat. Today, of course, was the semifinal of the World Cup between France and Spain. So we have a lot of private jets taking off after the game, which ended, I think, at about 3:30. So yes, a lot of private jet traffic. All the high rollers, the 1%ers, or maybe the 2%ers if we're lucky. So hopefully, I apologize in advance if our equipment heats up. We get about an hour left of the sun. Yep, a lot of action going on both sides. We got some action over here. And then we got the terminal over here. We got the taxiway right in front of us. We got the terminal over here. That is correct, Matman. The old X-Ray Alpha. And if you can see, that's usually where we spot from, like the 6th level, the parking garage right there. That's where we're at. Because we're out of the sun. Zach says, can you see 13 right? We kind of can. In fact, Zach, here's, there is a Southwest taking off right now. That is 13 right. So you can kind of see it, but then the terminal blocks it. Don Rumsey, what up? What up? Holla. Just another Business Jet Tuesday. Jesus, good evening. I've been there to Love Field. It's a great place to plane spot. I agree, Jesus. Good to have you again. Joined us yesterday and back on the action. What's up, Chespine? I actually had pepperoni pizza today. Delicious. Yes. The dad shirt is... there should be a link in the description, Eddie, below. If you're on the computer or on mobile, it should be in the description, the link, the Fourth Wall store. If not, I'll make sure to post it again tomorrow in the community section. Salt Lake City flights, hello, hello. Another Gulfstream in the air. We've had a lot of Gulfstreams. I think that's like our third or fourth tonight already. All right, looks like we got Iconic, which is VistaJet, in their Challenger metallic gray, I guess, chrome look. A lot of these are destinations unknown. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for the show here at Love Field. I swapped out a new SIM card, so we should be good to go. What's up, Tim? Happy Tuesday to you. Just enjoying BizJet Tuesday. Yeah, it's a pretty long flight. I think it's probably the longest flight in Qantas's network, and probably one of the longest flights to America, Aviation Cat. We certainly do have a buzz of BizJets. If I can just hold out from the sun just an hour longer. That's actually Tennessee 1, Timotheus. Since we have a quick second before our next arrival, that is Rocky Top Timotheus, or as it's officially known, Tennessee 1. So giddy up. Next arrival, Southwest 2255 from El Paso on a MAX 8. Tyson Price says hello from Sandy, Utah. Congrats on setting a new all-time high temperature, Tyson. 109 degrees in Salt Lake City. Now look at this sharp Gulfstream. This looks like almost the Indianapolis Colts jet. You know, man, I'll give it a solid 8. Solid 8. Definitely solid. Solid 8. The things that are missing, a bathroom, these posts are in the way, and a water fountain, but other than that, it's pretty great. Solid 8. It's best to use probably from about 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. because the sun is on the east side. But then after that, the sun kind of gets in your face. Yeah, it does. Rainy Cajun, -1 point for load-bearing post, right in the field of view. Well, we can't have everything now, can we? Is this a Phenom 100? Maybe, cannot see. Binoculars would also be helpful here, especially in the afternoon. Maybe a Phenom 300. No, it's a 100. Seating for 4, please. I just have to go fast past the pool. Yeah, it is the trade-off for sure. You definitely need the shade. 100%, Parker. I agree with you. Hi, Hans. Good evening. Cheers. So it's nice because on this side, most of the FBOs where you park private jets are on this side, on the north side of the airport. So that's why we're seeing a lot of the corporate jet action, because most of the FBOs are on this side. The longer runway is on the south side, 13 right. It's a lot better than what Seattle has, Rainy Cajun, I'll tell you that much. Couple of pine trees in the way. Oh my goodness, Eddie with a $30 super chat. Thank you so much, Eddie, via PayPal. Thank you for using PayPal, Eddie.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
You are a gentleman and a scholar. Many thanks to you. Thank you, Eddie. And also thank you to F-150 San Antonio, Texas for $25 super chat to start off the show. Very grateful. Thank you, guys. Let's keep it going. Got a lot more action for you. That's right, Eddie. You the man. The signal's pretty good here. If you do encounter any buffering, just be patient. We'll always do our best to stay in the air. So I've got a Southwest arrival on 13 right, and then a Screaming Child on 13 left. Matthew Chesterton, what's up? So yeah, that is runway 13 right. They are parallel runways. 13 right is about 1,000 feet longer than 13 left, and these are our only 2 runways at Love Field if you're a new viewer or not too familiar with that. So, it is a global Bombardier Global Express. No, Gulfstream, sorry. That is 100% a Gulfstream from the country of VH. I think that's the VH is Brazil? Maybe. I still need to work on my country codes. But that was actually a Gulfstream. My apologies. It was not a Global Express. That's right. Joe Leary says there used to be a 3rd runway, but no longer. So yeah, that is a Gulfstream G650. It had VH, I believe, on the engine cowl. So this is the Gulfstream I was talking about. Love this color. I can't wait to see it take off. It's kind of in the background, right? Because we got the sun, so it's backlit. But as it takes off, we'll see it. Yeah, great question, Eddie. The takeoffs, I would say, well, remember from yesterday, if you watched when Christian tried to stump me with some airside ops questions, the enhanced taxiway lines are about 150 feet from the begin about 150 feet from the runway. And so if you can see those dotted dashes, from where they start, which is about right there, you're about 150 feet from the runway or the hold bars. So if you take the 150 feet plus, I would say we're probably about a good 375 feet. I'm going to be precise from the runway. That is my guess. Eddie, that is my guess. So I'm saying 375 feet. Hey, Samuel Roserock, how's it going? Samuel, now people are sending me pictures from all over. I haven't had a chance to post it for aviation cats photos from Richmond, but I will. In meters? Hans, I would guess 2,500 feet in meters, and then 2,800 for the south runway, but somebody can look that up. You are welcome, Eddie. It is pretty dang close. Yeah, I would say we're pretty dang close. And you got the perimeter road right here. And the other taxiway. So yeah, I would definitely say close to a football field from the hold bars. Excellent, Samuel. Glad to hear it. I did see, Kevin, I did see that diversion, that 777 diversion. There was weather in Houston this morning. Yes, it was from Honolulu. That's right. There you go, Eddie. Can't match it. Brian's going to hate me now. All right, so I was pretty dang close. Joe Leary, kind enough to give us the meters. 2363 for 13 left and 2682 for 13 right. Here's a big one. Here's the big rich jet. This is a Dassault, whatever your preference, Dassault. This is an 8X. This is going to Atlanta. So I bet you there's some Spaniards on the plane. I think we all used to pronounce them Dassaults. That's before I got French, learned French. Bonjour. Whoops. Oh, there it is. Nice. Yeah, I'm just taking a wild guess here. I'm guessing if they're headed to Peachtree City Airport, they're like part of the Spain delegation, or they're fans of Spain, or they might be. Yeah, that would make sense because they're going to be scouting. They're going to be scouting, so it could be like part of the Federation, flying to Atlanta, scouting. Jet registered to Vietnam. Interesting. Thank you, Joe. Eddie says, Pip, you were like my ex-wife, just kept at me and kept me until I gave in. Hope things turn out better in this relationship. Well done, Eddie. Yes, I love Brian too. What the women always say, I wore them down. So, thank you. That's a real compliment. Yeah, I bet a lot of those going to Atlanta are doing some scouting. Another MAX 8 landing here on 13 left at Love Field. So happy Tuesday evening to everybody. If you're just tuning in, don't forget to like and subscribe. Welcome to Pip's Planespotting Live, episode 516. We got a lot of corporate jet traffic departing after the World Cup semifinal game in Arlington today, in which Spain beat France 2-0. Oh, Rainy Cajun brings up our trivia question from yesterday. We'll answer that at the top of the hour in just a few minutes. Great question, Rainy Cajun. Thank you, Batman. I'll also take that as a compliment. This is Dallas Love Field. The taxi speed limit is however fast you're willing to go, according to Joe. Where am I headed? Right now, I'm headed nowhere. I'm here in Dallas until something else comes to fruition. I'm applying. I'm still considering broadcasting full time. Just kind of keeping an open mind. Old school Citation. I think that's a Sovereign or an XLS. Scott Kuiper, I do know I'm going up against the All-Star game. My private jet is... no, my private jet is not off to the side, F-150. It's always hangared. It is always a hangared jet. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this stretch. This might be a G750. Look at that. That is a serious stretch. I really should start recording this episode. Whoops. Look at that stretch Gulfstream. All right, we got another Southwest on final on 13 left. Like another Max attack, just by the silhouette and the scimitar winglets. G700, one of the several aircraft added to Atlanta or Peachtree City in line, so I think your theory is right. Yeah, and I bet it probably Joe also has a lot of FIFA personnel too. Probably because when we're down to the Final Four, they attend all the matches. Boy, if that isn't a great job, FIFA, being the head of FIFA, you get bribed. I think the offices are like in Switzerland, so your taxes are like 0, or Cyprus. It's been a consistent flow of traffic since we've been on the air, so that's been awesome. Dallas Love Field going to Oklahoma City with this Prater 500. Yeah, it's usually never this busy, by the way. So this is a nice treat. I didn't even think about this last night when I said we're doing Love Field tomorrow, but it's a nice little treat. Uh-oh, Madman, look at this. Up close and personal with Poseidon. Up close and personal with Poseidon. Beep, beep, beep. There you go, Madman. Just as you requested. Up close and personal. Heck yeah, dude. Man, Madman, you must be living right. You must be living right, Madman. Look at that. No, I'm not Walt.
No, okay, the other guy. Yeah, he's British, right?
No. No.
No, he's not British.
I'm just on YouTube right now, Pip Hastings Aviation. All right, I appreciate it. Yeah. Yep.
This airport is jammed with planes right now.
Yeah, it's because of the World Cup semifinal, yeah.
Do you know if the FIFA president came through here, or he probably landed over in Arlington?
If they did, they would probably land here. Yeah. Yep.
Well, there was a line of private jets out there.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you, Parker.
Larger metro area. That's gonna serve a lot of people.
Looks like our next arrival turning left, Southwest 208 from Amarillo. And the Poseidon will join the Conga line. Got a NetJets 242 Challenger 600 getting ready to roll. But first, we have Southwest Airlines. My apologies. Southwest going to Chicago Midway. Southwest 987. Renee, hello from Dallas to West Texas. Off to Chicago Midway, and here comes Amarillo.
Kuwaiti 747. It was there forever. Yeah, you were
There's one at Gadsden
yeah. So two 747s.
Good old Midland.
707.
Good old Midland, Texas.
But that one was there for a long time.
On my way back, I actually stayed in Midland. Yeah, Scott, the only problem is these posts that are load-bearing. Other than that, it is a great view.
Yeah, 787 right here.
There, that's right, Rainy Cajun. I'll trade spaces with Walt. I'll trade spots with. Rainy Cajun's just being funny. Rainy Cajun's just being funny. Travis, what's up? Oh, another nice Dassault. Look at this. Sweet. It's a Dassault. All right, it's Name the Country tonight. Name that country code. HA, I've never seen an HA. Tonight is Name That Country Code. Another Max 8 taking off. Going to Denver on a Max 8, Southwest 3677. Hungry, huh? I also am hungry, Rainy Cajun. I'm also hungry, but what is that country? We're just moving along here, folks. Again, we've got about a half hour left of sunlight. The sun is right in my eyes, so I apologize. Just don't look in the sun. Just don't look in the sun. I'm undecided about doing a show tomorrow. I need to probably catch up on some stuff. Incoming test trucks. So we got it's quite an interesting lineup we have here on Taxiway Alpha over here. Adios, little Phenom 100. So yeah, we got a DAL glow. Look at that wing spread over there. And then we got a small jet. Then we got the Poseidon. Then a Gulfstream Challenger. The Citation. Thanks everybody tuning in, episode 516 of Pip's Planespotting Live. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, let us know where you're watching from. We get another arrival headed for 13 left. That would be a DAL Falcon 2000 LXS.
Oh, it's a more popular one. Yeah. But it could not be a more beautiful evening with the sun setting, right?
Yeah. It was hotter in Chicago than it was here today.
Was it really?
Yeah. This private jet is here to pick up my ex-wife. Thanks, guys, for being the diehards tuning in. This is probably one of the best shows we'll have this month. And I know other people are going to be like, oh, I'm going to watch some webcam. You're missing out. Or, oh, I'm going to watch Tulsa. I don't know. But this is probably one of the best shows I've done from Love Field. As we get the big old Gulf Stream rolling. Look at this beauty. VN on the country code. VN, Victor November, for that big old Gulf Stream. And look at this giant taking off. Holy cow. Unbelievable. The Beechcraft. Oh my goodness. What's up, Randy? How's it going? Well, we got another jet lining. We keep moving, folks. We keep rocking and rolling. I believe this is the one that just landed. Yeah, there goes the poor folks. Here comes the Challenger 600. Wait, nope. Sturdy Bird, great question. Great question. I have no idea. They haven't emailed me or called me back, so I can't tell you. All I know is I had a job offer, and then they rejected and sent me a rejection email. Melanie, so many BWs. We've had like 3 tonight. Andrew, what's going on? As you can hear, they have ATC, and that is, they need to fix the transmitter or the receiver. It's a little shady. So we got G7 taken off, just took off. We got our Navy Poseidon, our P-8 Poseidon. We've got all sorts of business jets, from Challengers to Dassaults to Embraers to Cessnas. I mean, anything and everything flying tonight. And there's Canada, a Canadian jet. VN is Vietnam. Okay, thank you. I forgot that. Joe said that. Thank you, Aviation Cat. I'm losing my mind here. Here's another Flex Jet Phenom. Here's a Phenom 300. I totally forgot. See, I'm just trying to keep up with all the jets. And that is literally the worst noise. I wish there was a way you could shut off the transmission. Because somebody's got like a metal plate in their head. Any old time. What's going on? Hello, hello. Welcome into World Cup action. Yeah, you know, Katy Perry might. Did you know that Katy Perry Parker is now dating the former Prime Minister of Canada? What's up with that? That's messed up. Justin Trudeau is weak sauce. Katy Perry is better than that. All right, here's my blue paint scheme Gulfstream taking off next. By the way, is the ATC audio with the transmitter, is that super bad? Do I need to turn the mic down? It is an insult to men. I agree. I would think so. Definitely a rebound relationship. Here it goes. Bluebird. That looks like Peyton Manning's jet. What's up, everybody? Carolina Aviation just ended his show. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening. Welcome in. We've got World Cup Tuesday, non-stop private jets taking off after the World Cup action today. Spain beat France. We got Southwest taking runway. Ramona Aviation, what's up? Southwest 296 on a Max 8 taking off to Las Vegas. Adios. Southwest going off to Las Vegas. Ramona Aviation, thank you for being a member of Exit Row for almost close to 3 years. Thank you very much. 2.5 years, Ramona Aviation.
I want to think about dropping in the thank you note.
All right, who's taking off next? Thank you, everybody, for liking and subscribing. We are here, golden hour. It's Private Jet Tuesday. All the World Cup jets, the rich people. Citation for NetJets taking off. 91 likes. Thank you very much, Batman. If you haven't hit that like button, please do so. Sure appreciate it. If you're just joining us, welcome in. We are here at Dallas Love Field at the new spotting area. It has been an hour straight of business jets and Southwest mixed in. It's been very entertaining. Glad you're enjoying, Eddie. Mattman gifting a membership. Thank you so much, Mattman.
I want to think about dropping in the thank you note.
Woman of Hearts getting that gift membership. And I didn't say officially sounding Ramona Aviation. So yes, we keep going here, rocking and rolling. Southwest action. John, what's going on? Is this going to be a permanent thing? We might do it, yeah, because this time works best with the sunset. We might move it back a little bit later to like 8 o'clock. But yeah, I think I said it would be about as long as a flight from Dallas Love Field to Oakland, which I think is about 3 hours. Maybe a little longer. Next departure, a Max 8 Southwest 107 going to LaGuardia. So thank you again, Ramona Aviation. Well, that's a pretty great spotting area, Tim Arnold. The issue is not, the spotting area is awesome. The issue is the weather. Because after about 2 o'clock, the sun hits you right in the face. John, I don't know to answer that question. After Milwaukee withdrew their offer and hasn't called back to provide clarification on why, I don't know. So until something else comes along, or I'll let you all know. But for the immediate time being, yes. Grumpy, what's going on? So yeah, for the immediate time being, yes. So I'm still applying for jobs. I'm still thinking about streaming full time. I'm not just sitting around. I'm waiting back on one other job to hear, but that may be a couple weeks. However, I will tell you that if they do offer me the job, I'm pretty sure I'll take it. Well, I'm almost 99.9% sure. Next departure is a little, I believe, Beechcraft? Yes. Yeah, I haven't seen it this busy in a long time. So I feel we very lucky, very, very lucky. I didn't even think about this. Oh, look, it's a, is that a, I think that's a Spanish jet. I think it's got the Spanish flag on that global. I didn't even think about this. That, oh yeah, it would be right after the World Cup game. Duh. Didn't even connect the dots. So that was smart on my part. Yeah, this definitely is not this busy. It is definitely not this busy. But all this traffic, corporate jet traffic, I would say the majority is due to the World Cup game in Arlington. Now that it's over, everybody's getting out of town. Yep, you got it, John. Oops. Okay, it doesn't want to jump back in. All right, now we're getting some movement here. Mattman, we still got the Poseidon down on Taxiway Alpha, FYI. Andrew says, I got a trip going to O'Hare from Tucson next month. I'll be enjoying the CTA and South Shore line from Indiana. That's right, because the South Shore line goes all the way to South Bend Airport. So that's pretty cool. Nothing like the blue line. All right, our next departure headed to Teterboro. Oh, are they going to go to the finals this weekend? I'm sure Teterboro will be crazy busy this weekend. Teterboro, the corporate jet haven for New York City, that is approximately 15 minutes from downtown Manhattan. Very funny, Rainy Cajun. They may never move to Indiana. We'll see what Illinois does. John, they are in fact using both runways. That is correct, yes. It seems that primarily it's an arrival runway on 13 right and a departure runway on 13 left, but I can't say that for sure. But yes, they are using both runways. It is crazy good, Eddie. Yeah, I haven't seen this many private jets either. Hey, you know what? I'm going to say hello to Tennessee One here real quick. Rocky Top. It's like another CJ3 citation. All right, so we've been so busy, I haven't answered the question that Rainy Cajun brought up. So what is the official rule on taxi speed? Let me look up so the options were 15 knots, 25 knots, or 35 knots, or none of the above. There is no speed limit. And if you joined our show yesterday, you would know the answer. However, the correct answer is, in fact, there isn't a speed limit. Oh, I'm sure, Grumpy, especially after F1 races. But no, there is not a speed limit for taxiways. 63% of you guessed that it was 15 knots. And that is incorrect. There is no speed limit. 63% voted and said 15 knots on taxiways. There is no speed limit. As we check out this Learjet. Yeah, Grumpy, I may have to go down to Austin, after the Race of the Americas for the F1, for sure. But yes, there is no speed limit on taxiways. Now, manufacturers or I should say airlines may have speed limits, but the FAA does not have any rules for taxiways. Our education system is failing us. Well, they just haven't watched enough of Pip's Plane Spotting Live, Parker. It's step by step as the sun begins to set here at Dallas Love Field, and this Challenger takes off. Oh, here comes the Poseidon, man. Time for the Poseidon to work its magic. Yeah, that would be fun if we could get Ben out there, Man. If you're just joining us, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for joining us on Busy Tuesday. Thanks for everybody who's joining us from Carolina Aviation. The new moron line. Oh, monon line. I thought it was... Andrew, I thought it said moron line. Oh, that's fantastic. There it goes. It's like people are getting taller and taller. All right, we got another Gulf Stream coming our way. Vista Jet looks like, yeah, an old Gulf Streamer. Non-stop action still as we're in the second hour of broadcasting. No, no, you don't, Madman. Hey, you know what? Speaking of A320s, I have an update from our friend First Officer Mark, and he has some feedback on a poll question we had yesterday. Ooh, a Cessna Citation X. This is probably my favorite Cessna Citation is the X. And then we got a Praetor, an Embraer, NetJets, right in front of us. I'm sorry, Rainy Cajun. No E175s. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. So, yes, we heard from First Officer Mark. Our poll question yesterday was, which plane should American Airlines get to replace the 777-200s? And I brought it up to our friend First Officer Mark, and he has an answer, and it's a very interesting one. I don't know if they do a lot of flying on Tuesdays, Parker. No, DFW is definitely 175-ville. First Officer Mark's suggestion is, well, after this, Jet, hold on. They keep coming. They don't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop. They just keep coming. So maybe some influencers are on that plane, perhaps. All right, let me try this again. Are there any more taxiing down? Oh yeah, there is another one. So anyways, First Officer Mark Madman says that American should not get the 787-10. They should not get the 777X. They should not get the A350-1000. But First Officer Mark says they should get the A330neo. So he says the Americans should get the A330neo. It's a lot of jet fuel, John. It's a lot of jet fuel. If you're just joining us, thanks for liking and subscribing on a busy Tuesday evening. That's right, Eddie. Look at that sunset. Well, here, Parker, here's the interesting thing. I like First Officer Mark's logic because American did used to have the old A330s, so they could still add it to their manuals pretty easily and the op specs pretty easily because they already trained on it. The only difference would be the engine change, but the avionics are very similar. Weather Bahab from Arkansas, how are ya? Derek G says, bless his heart, the A330 is a nice plane for Delta. I like First Officer Mark's thought process. The A330 would be much easier to get than the A350-1000. So I actually kind of like the idea. I kind of like the idea of doing an A330 Neo. A lot less training, a lot less weight. You could fly them sooner. I kind of like it. A little bit different. I still would probably pick the 777X just to be cool. But I got to give First Officer Mark's idea some prep, some respect. As we check out, is this a Global or a Challenger? I think it's a Challenger. A plane count, John says. We can certainly do that in just a second. All right, plane count John asked for. We've got one taking the runway right now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 right now, John? 10 or 11, I think? Thank you, everybody, liking and subscribing. And Zygote, what's up? Parker says, honestly, I think if they are using Airbus to force Boeing to drop a few bucks off the price tag of the 787-10, all right, let's congratulate our newest moderator, Eddie Blackburn. Thank you, Eddie, for your support and excellent work. WHB Life says, a whole swarm of jets. And and this has actually calmed down a little bit. The first hour, probably if we go back at the video, we could probably count anywhere from 15 to 20 corporate jets lining up. All right, Eddie, we appreciate it. Any expertise or volunteering is appreciated. I know you're also a moderator on our friends channel. So Carolina Aviation, our good buddy. So hopefully we won't be conflicting with your schedule. Just like Lynn. Yeah, John, we're going to call our episode, John, we're going to call it Nightside. Pip's Planespotting Live Nightside. It's a motley crew. That's an Embraer Phenom 300. Storm Chaser Mark, that is exactly right. In fact, we were saying just a little bit ago that I need to get down to the F1 of the Americas race and then broadcast from Austin. Absolutely. Yeah, we were guessing a lot of FIFA people, maybe some scouts from Spain, WHB Life. Yeah, definitely. That's kind of what we were thinking. So yeah, I'll definitely have to make a visit if I'm here in October. And it's, by the way, that race is usually my birthday weekend. So definitely have to go down to the Avenue of the Americas in Austin and broadcast from Austin the day after the race or the night after the race. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Good thinking, Storm Chaser Mark.
I was thinking about trying to take care of it.
All right, the sun is down, which is wonderful. I don't know if we're going to do a show tomorrow. I'm tempted to from DFW, not sure. I do need to get some things done, so it might be 50-50. So we'll see. I might do a Thursday night show again. Brian Evans, what up, yo-yo? Hey, I'm very much pro Condor. I'm definitely, Parker, part of the cult. I am pro Condor, all the way. Bob Dickman says, are the planes in the background landing at DFW or Love Field? All right, Bob, that's a great question. So Bob's asking about the planes in the far background here, if we can focus in. And the answer to that question, Bob, is DFW. Great question. So from Love Field to DFW with no traffic, I could probably get there on the interstate in about 20 minutes, maybe 15 if I floor it. Oh, interesting, John. F-150 San Antonio, Texas says he's got his computer on Noah's Ark. We'll see them land at Love Field, but the ones far in the distance, Bob, are landing at DFW. Well, here comes another Dassault, and we got 3 or 4 more private jets headed our way. This is a Global Express. What flag was that? Echo Charlie. Echo Charlie, which country is that? Echo Charlie on the tail number. And then we just had a Dassault in the M. So look at that. What country is M? M is in Mike. No problem, Bob. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Pip. Nice to meet you. Welcome in. We still got Tennessee 1 out there. EC equals Spain, Rainy Cajun says. Excellent work, Rainy Cajun. All right, here's an easy one. Which country is C? C is in Charlie. Which country is C is in Charlie? Isle of Man, Rainy Cajun on it. Thank you, Rainy Cajun. Isle of Man, just south of England. question, Bob. That is a great question. All right, we finally have a special taking off. Tennessee One's been very patient, so they'll be taking off.
Well, isn't that special?
And that is taking off to Orlando. Is it cheating if I answer these registration questions? No, it is not cheating because I don't know the answer to all of them, Derek G. So we're all learning together. C equals Katy Perry. That is also correct. We will accept that answer, Rainy Cajun. C as in Charlie is a Canadian registered aircraft. That's right, Parker. So off to Orlando, Florida. It honestly seems kind of out of place. A Southwest plane. I feel like we're at Van Nuys or something, or Addison with all these business jets, or Scottsdale. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Pip's Planespotting Live here, 8:46 in Dallas. Post-World Cup action, aviation action. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking. Thank you for the support of Eddie, Mattman. Thank you also to F-150 San Antonio, Texas for their contribution so far supporting the channel. Roger that, Mattman. Oh my gosh, Derek G. Milwaukee had the 1776 special livery. Doggone it. Catfish Smith, what's up? I did find the new spot. Yeah, thankfully the sun is down, Catfish, so we're golden. It's been nice weather this week so far, though. It has absolutely been great weather. So we still got a bit of action waiting to take off, so I'd probably say like 8 or 9 jets waiting to take off. So going back to John's question, I don't know exactly how much it costs to take off. I'd have to think about that. I do not know the answer, but the landing, landing fees are dependent on your weight, right? And sometimes airports will waive landing fees for certain scenarios, situations. But I do not know the exact calculation of like $3.65 per 1,000 pounds. So some of the exec jets, John, some of them like the Globals and the Gulfstreams, like that G7 we had, probably, I don't know exactly offhand, but I'm gonna guess it has a range of 5,000 to 6,000 nautical miles, maybe even a little more than that. So like the bigger ones, they're basically like transatlantic corporate jets. So good question. No, my back. A lot of good questions tonight. Here to bring the knowledge, and again, if you missed the answer to our trivia question we posted on the community page of Pip Hastings Aviation, there is no speed limit on a taxiway. There is no speed limit on a taxiway that the FAA has. Now, airlines may have a taxi speed limit, but that's airline specific. I've never actually been to Goodyear, never made it out to Goodyear. Did Phoenix, made it to Scottsdale once, but never had a chance to get out to Goodyear though, El Toro, unfortunately. probably should have taken advantage of it more often, but on my off days, I was either broadcasting or traveling to San Diego or, you know. I was trying to build the cult. The Pip cult. Yeah, Rainy Cajun, it may be a possibility. Right now, the hotel rooms, though, are uber expensive. In fact, I canceled my Chicago trip just because I wasn't going to be up there. So I canceled Minneapolis and Chicago. I had the schedule all worked out that I would be in Chicago the next 2 weeks. But then Milwaukee called, and then they hung up the phone. And so now I'm at scratch one. Kevin Kelly says, British A380 taking off on 17 right. Must need the extra runway, Kevin. Hyro says hello. Citation, Sovereign, or... I can never tell the Sovereign or the XLS apart. Oh, look at this. We got a Hawker now. Another jet. Another manufacturer. Oh, look, Madman. It's XA from Mexico. I don't want to typecast people who fly private jets in Mexico, but I think they love Hawkers and they love Learjets. Mexico people love Learjets and Hawkers. At least, and that's from my experience, just 16 months in Tucson. Yeah, definitely a track strip, Eddie. Yeah, this runway, I think we said, was about like 2,600 meters, about 7,700 feet. And, yeah. Oh, hydration break here. And we finally got an arrival after all those departures. Where is it? There it is. Come on, camera. As it adjusts the light. That arrival is a Phenom 300 from location undisclosed. I'm honestly kind of glad we're at Love Field. I don't think they would have this kind of action this close at DFW. So we'll take it. Hashtag grateful. Hashtag grateful. That's true, Rainy Cajun. That is very true. Yeah, very fortunate. Very fortunate, man. Yeah, keeps going. All right, so Bob Dickman, if you're still in the chat, there is an arrival to Love Field, making that left base turn Short final right over 635 and 35E. Thinking landing on 13 right, probably. We have seen everything except a helicopter. And here's the terminal, by the way, folks. You're probably like, is there a terminal here? There sure is. This is the terminal that is basically a Southwest terminal. Delta is the only other airline that uses this terminal. There's Parkland Hospital. So the 6th floor is where we sometimes broadcast, especially when there's weather. The 6th floor on that parking garage. All right, got another departure ready to roll down runway 13 left on our side here. I think it's a Gulfstream. Pretty sure, but I don't see it. Oh, interesting, Derek D. Derek G says the A380 turned east of DFW today, so we might get a view of it. Yeah. We'll keep an eye out for it. Oh, I think I might see it. El Toro says, my favorite commuter plane of all time is the Swearingen Metro family. Ah, yes, that amazing plane. It was a piece of and got me nowhere. Good old I call it the swear plane. It had stork legs and looked like a little so, yeah. I call the swear engine the swear plane. All right, Kevin, we'll look for it. We will look for that A380. We're looking for it. The camera, like right at sunset, can fizz out, so it'll get better, trust me. All right, I'm going to zoom out. Oh, yeah, I do see that A380. Oh, it's backlit behind the clouds, though. That's the only problem. It's only, I think it's backlit behind the clouds because, yeah, I do see it on radar at least. I think it's right there. Where's the Atlantic FBO? I think that might be it in the distance. The A380 right there in the far distance, we think. Oh, look at this mammoth jamma, big old jet. Lots of celebrities in here. Eddie says if I can share this, if not, let me know. We'll put pontoon boat catches fire off San Fran near Alcatraz. Wow. 19 rescued, 1 perished, and a dog. Wow, that is pretty crazy. All right, let's see what everybody's watching. Oh, there's a rich guy talking to a girl who has no interest in him. There's another rich girl who has no interest in talking to the other guy. So this looks like a Global 7500. And then we got a smaller Citation over here. Just when you think we're slowing down, things are heating up. That's right. That's right, Parker. Alaska's still in the way from yesterday. Oh, man. That's... So we got another one here, NetJets. And then another one behind that. Another NetJets. They just keep coming. We just keep going. Ah, another Dassault. We got another inbound jet, Bombardier Challenger 300. Absolutely, Parker. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thanks for the contributions of everybody. So we got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 private jets waiting to take off. Oh, and look, a little Pilatus sneaking out. Caleb, what's going on? Well, thank you for hitting the like button 1,000 times. All right. Let's see how far back we can go. Challenger taking off. Yeah. I've never, Derek, I can't, it'll be hard to imagine a time that I've ever done a live show at Love Field that's been this busy, this late at night. Definitely come to life for sure. For sure. TK, what's up? How's it going? Aiden, what's happening? Thank you. Thank you, TK. It's been awesome tonight. We've been on the air for almost 2 hours, and there has been very little downtime here at Love Field. Like, almost none. I know, Eddie. Hey, you know, stick with me and we'll get you educated. We'll give you all the information you need. And yeah, it's just been nonstop. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. Rainy Cajun was on last week in Seattle. That's right. I have no idea how late it'll go, Scott Kuiper. It very well could be till 10 o'clock. I really don't know. Oh, I got another battery. I got one more battery left. Stand by. Stand by. All right, looks like we got Southwest Airlines arriving next. Got another one lining up. Derek G says, Pip, been meaning to ask, did you say you were possibly going to work in Milwaukee or have? That's where I spent my first 10 years of my career before transferring down here. Yes, and then Derek, so I had a job offer one day, and the next day, it's a long story, but I was planning on working in Milwaukee, but something got lost in translation, and so I emailed them Friday morning that I would work with them, and then like 10 minutes later, I got a rejection message. So it was really weird, and I tried to call and find out why, and nobody's called me back, and nobody's texted me. So yes, I had a job offer to go to Milwaukee, but Didn't work out. In fact, I was in Milwaukee last week. A week ago, I was in Milwaukee. I was ready to work, and I was looking forward to working in Milwaukee and living in Milwaukee, but no such luck. What's up, Roblox? Greetings to Fargo. All right, what's our next one to take off here? We got another Embraer Phenom 300. Southpaw, what's going on? How are you, sir? We're just chilling here. Private Jet Central. Thanks, Derek. Appreciate you. Yeah, I was looking forward to it, so we'll just keep on moving forward, and that's why I do this, actually, to help supplement income. So Southpaw was my cheese curds support system in Milwaukee, Derek. Yeah, Southpaw hooked us up with lots of cheese curds while we were in Milwaukee. A good man, fine human being. I know, Southpaw. I was looking forward to it as well. I mean, I had to cancel. I just lost $350 today because I had to cancel my lease. So definitely fried cheese curds. Fried cheese curds. We will see, Roblox. If I make it to Fargo, there has to be like a giant party. You have to have a band, the high school band, come out. I think this is our first night show since San Diego. What's up, Uncle Plane Guy? Patience. Eddie says patience is a virtue of a wiser man. They say something like that. I hope the right opportunity happens. Well, thank you, Eddie. I hope so too. And I appreciate your support. Maybe the right opportunity is just broadcasting full-time, educating, and being an advocate for aviation. Yeah, so. I also heard that 1776 was there, Uncle Plane Guy. I appreciate it. See, Southpaw, I may take you up on that offer. I know Oshkosh is this weekend. Oshkosh is this weekend. So I may have to take you up on that. All right, we got a Challenger 600 here. Yep, EA Adventures this upcoming week. We have an arrival, Learjet 45 from San Antonio. Yeah, I was actually I was looking forward, Southpaw, to broadcasting the air show. Uncle Plane Guy sending a high five for 100 joules. Thank you, Uncle Plane Guy. Well, thanks, Eddie. I appreciate that a lot. I've been at it for 3 years. It's a lot of fun. So I appreciate your support and everybody being kind enough. So, but yeah, until something pops up, this will probably be what I do. This be it. This be it. Oh, we got Jet Suite X. Parker, look, a Jet Suite X. We got the retro here. So there's your answer, Parker. We do have a Jet Suite X. Citation longitude taken off. I really haven't had a chance to look to see what's taken off because we keep getting stuff in. I have a blood, yeah, my blood type is AV. So there's the Jet Suite X Retro. There goes the Hawker from Mexico. Ah, there's a nice shot of the downtown Dallas. Part of it, at least. Derek G, that is, the first place I applied when I left Tucson was actually to Air Canada. Hi, Connie, good evening. Here's a PC-12, Pilatus taking off. Again, this is not the usual mode of operation. It's never this busy, but since we had the World Cup semifinal in Arlington, we've got all the one percenters, as Rainy Cajun calls them, flying in their private jets, taking off. Uncle Plane Guy saying this Jet Suite X is taking off to Peachtree City. That makes a lot of sense. Reunion Tower over there. Here's a Citation, Citation, I think this is a 750X, or just an X. It's got the big belly, I think we might have Southwest finally taken off again. Yes. It is going to Kansas City on a 737-700. I do, yeah. That was the talk of the town, Eddie, for sure. For sure. They're still looking. That is definitely the number one story. Going to Kansas City. Kansas City. Hey, good night, Kevin. We'll see you later, bud. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Yeah, I wonder how busy it is in Alliance. That's a good point, John. For the NASCAR race. All right, looks like we got a Global 7500 now taking the runway 13 left. This is the, I think they just got done with production of the 8500. If you're just joining us, don't forget to like and subscribe. Welcome into Pip's Planespotting Live. Thank you for joining us here this evening. World Cup post-action, post-game action, post-aviation, post-game aviation action. That's it. So many red blinking lights. Let's go, 7,500. Let's roll, baby. John, I lost count a long time ago. So absolutely. Absolutely. By the way, how's the video quality? Is it pretty good? Does it look good? Can you see everything okay? Up in a hurry. Some serious engines. All right, thank you, Eddie. Quality is great. Thank you. Just in time, we got an arrival. I believe this is from Los Angeles. All right, thank you, John. Thank you, Eddie. Oh, EAA 2026 includes Southwest Max 8, Independence 1 American 321, Medal of Honor, and a Delta A350. Nice, Southpaw. And all those. Wow. Gee, I feel like I'm back in Tucson with all the jet fumes. lot of activity. Speaking of Tucson, last night Tucson had like 8 diversions, so that was interesting. G-Rail Corta says hello from Anna, Texas. What up? Yeah, we gotta figure out when this is gonna slow down, because it hasn't really. It really hasn't slowed down. Goodbye, little citation. Yeah, this is definitely jet traffic. Yeah, this is like the old school jet traffic. That's right. That's right, Southpaw. When they get in the air, it'll slow down. Who's next? Who's next? Another private jet to an undisclosed location. Jet with SweetX is just waiting in line. They're just in the line, Rainy Cajun. 140 likes. Thank you so much, Matt Man. Thank you, everybody, for hitting that like button, subscribing. Appreciate you. Thank you for the support from Matt Man, F-150, San Antonio, Texas, Eddie Blackburn, Ramona Aviation, thank you all. Also, there's an FBO right down here, the Business Jet Center, and I think Ground wants to keep that entrance and exit open. All right, Jet SweetX is moving. Rainy Cajun, you have amazing power. Like a Citation 3. That's not a bad idea. Madman says let's ask Jet SweetX to try Dallas to Chicago Executive or to DuPage. Whoa, Eddie, thank you so much. Cold drink after the show. So glad I found you and wish you well. Been there. Great channel. Thank you so much, Eddie, for your generosity. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
I want to say about dropping him a thank you note.
Thank you, Eddie. Appreciate you greatly. Oh, Matt Man, look, it's another Mexican plane and it's another Hawker. All right, in the meantime, we've got a Southwest departure. Going to Chicago Midway, 2103. All right, local time is approximately 9:30. We still got a few more private jets here to get out, and then we'll see how things shake out. We got one Southwest on the adjacent taxiway, Southwest 4786 Dallas to Colorado Springs on a MAX 8. And then Phenom taking the runway right now. There's quite a few private jets lined up here on taxiway Alpha. If you're just joining us, don't forget to like and subscribe. This is episode 516 World Cup. I guess I can't advertise that, but big game action. Hi, T. D'Angely. Hello, hello. Hello. Or as our friend of the program always says.
Hello again, everybody.
Well, there's Harry. Harry tuning into the game today. Taking a break from the All-Star game. So it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 private jets to take off on taxiway Alpha. At least. At least. Yeah, John, boy, they've just been a continuous stream. I've got to think we've probably had somewhere in the neighborhood of, I want to say at least 30, at least maybe 40 private jets take off. I'm sure that number is higher. Looks like another Phenom from NetJets taking off, maybe? Or no? Yes, no? Gotta go with Messi, man. Gotta go with Messi. Oh, that's an interesting Latin Roman numerals. Rod Moy says hello. The former Padres from the AL are beating the former Padres from the NL. Yes, it is. I know I'm going up against the All-Star game tonight, but we've been nonstop corporate jet action tonight. We're here at Dallas Love Field post World Cup action. The World Cup semifinal, of course, was in Arlington between Spain and France. Spain won 2-0. Oh, wow. 1,100 or 110? That's a lot. I got 2 more back here. I got one right here. And I got one right there. I gotta remember to wear my mask next time for the bugs. What's up, J. Rao Corta? Southwest Airlines taking the runway next. And it is a 737 MAX 8 headed to Colorado Springs. Yeah, I think Argentina is going to pull it out, man. Oh, 1,100 between the two airports. Okay, that makes more sense, John. Not yet, Rod. I had a job and then I didn't have a job. Not yet. I had an interview, so I'm waiting to hear back on that, Rod. Right now, I'm just broadcasting, rocking and rolling. I appreciate you asking. Everybody's been super kind and generous. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Citation longitude. Thank you, Rod. I feel like I'm in the movie Airplane. Thank you, Rod. I appreciate that. I think this is interesting. Does anybody know Roman letters better than I do? I think it's Roman numerals. Not in the summertime, man. Not a chance in the... Well, not in the summertime, man. No. No way. I did absolutely see what you did there, Rod. That's well done. All right, our next departure. Rolling down the runway. I've lost count, but this is a private jet, a Challenger 600. No, I couldn't. There's no way I could do New Orleans unless it was like 80 degrees, which I don't think will happen in the summertime. That would be a real act of heaven. Yeah, so my Instagram page is 23 Right Productions, and then we have a Facebook page. It's Pip's Planespotting Pals. It's free to join. Pip's Planespotting Pals. And Facebook. But that's pretty much it, is the Instagram. I don't do a ton on Instagram. Honestly, most of the stuff I post is on YouTube. Austin, what's up, dude? Thanks for checking in. Just hanging out here with all the private jets. John says there's still 5 more private jets waiting to come out of the Private Business Jet Center. Oh, that looks like an old Dassault Falcon 50. That looks like an old school Dassault. I ain't as cool as Brian, though, Eddie. But yeah, I got a few things. All right. It's a little quiet. A little too quiet. There you can see Southwest. Taking the runway 13 left here. Runway 13 left. Southwest 274. This is the economy option to Atlanta, the ATL. Yeah, we saw it a little bit, I think, in the distance, Austin, yes. That's right, man. Going to the ATL. Yeah, they definitely want to get to the hotel, John. Definitely want to get to the hotel. Definitely want to get to the hotel. Okay, so I don't see anything on taxiway. Is it Mike or Charlie? Yeah, that's what I heard, Austin. A380 taking off on the 17s. So I don't think there's anything on the opposite taxiway. So I think we've got like 7, 8 private jets waiting to take off. Whew. Well, we've been, hope you enjoyed the show, that is, 516. We've just been moving and grooving with all our World Cup traffic. Did Jet Suite X ever take off? I'm still lost on that. I can't keep track, man. I can't keep track. 156 likes. Thank you, Eddie, for the update. That is wonderful. Not bad getting back into the groove of thing. Hey, and speaking of that, there's Jet Suite X. Now Jet Suite X is rolling to Atlanta, the ATL, the suburban Peachtree City Airport. So the retro, no less. I wonder if this is a charter. Oh, you know what? I think it is a charter or it's a repo. Because it's a 8237, a 4000, or a four numbered flight. So it's either a charter or a repositioning flight. Thank you so much, Austin. I appreciate it, man. That's right, man. We have been very fortunate. We had the Milwaukee diversions, which were crazy. SAS, TAP Portugal, Emirates. We'll see you later, El Toro. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I bet this is a charter. All right, we got more jets coming out of the Business Jet Center there. Jet Suite X is off and rolling. Whew, almost to 10 o'clock. We started this show just before 7:30, and It's been pretty constant. Pretty constant. So I hope you've enjoyed it like I have. It's still, the temperature's good, but it's still super humid. Okay, Austin, understood. Give blood tomorrow and go to work. Sweet. Well, thank you, Eddie. I know it's hard while handling the camera, but it makes the channel so personal. Props to you. Thanks, Eddie. I do try and do that. I do try and say hi to everybody and make them feel welcome. I appreciate that, and I'm glad you take notice, because I do try and do that. Ah, very cool. Hey, John, your service dog is into all the blinking lights. Very cool. Gabriel says, see you later, buddy. I was just there with you. You have a good night, too. Take care. It's been a lot of fun tonight. Again, this is definitely not a usual evening at Love Field. I mean, it's kind of busy, like 13, 14 departures an hour, but it's definitely not this busy, especially when it comes to private jets. Not even close. It just so happens with the World Cup game today that, we're getting all this traffic, which is awesome. So on average, I would say on a typical night, kind of like your average past 7 o'clock, would be anywhere from departures would be like till 10 o'clock, maybe 10, 12, 14 an hour. And we've certainly exceeded that by like dozens. Okay, Austin, thanks, buddy, for checking in. We'll see you later. Trucker Norm checking in. Welcome, Trucker Norm. Welcome, sir. We've been just rocking and rolling with private jets tonight, post-World Cup action. I kind of feel out of place, like I said, with when a Southwest jet takes off. I was like, is it even at the right airport? See ya, bud. Oh, and check it out. We got a bonanza. We got a bonanza. Our show is complete. Our show is complete. Dying of humidity and mosquitoes. I am as well, Trucker Norm. I am as well. I totally understand. You're still up in the Upper Peninsula there. Or what part of, are you up in the, in Wisconsin or Upper Peninsula of Michigan? Remind me, Trucker Norm. I know exactly what you're talking about. Eddie, thank you so much for becoming a moderator and for your contributions. Appreciate your support. And have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one. We will see you on the next one, good sir. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Thanks, Eddie. Trucker Norm says Oconto, Wisconsin. The House of Wetzel, how's it going? Welcome in. Yeah, Trucker Norm, I'm like, I do miss Arizona at times, for sure. You gain to see, it's important that you live in different places, so you gain a greater appreciation for what you do have and what's good about each area. So, like, Tucson, a lot less mosquitoes. That is 100% truth. Like, way less mosquitoes. Perhaps if I lived in Kingman, trucker Norm, it wouldn't be as hot. And then again, I would be like 100 miles from Las Vegas. And like 150 from Phoenix. Moving on. I have no idea what this plane is, but it looks interesting, so we're going to go with it. What is this? Is this the Hawker? Yeah, I think it is. Well, I'll tell you what, Trucker Norm, if there's ever an airport manager position in Kingman, I'll take a look at it. See if I apply. Hang out with all the boneyards. We still have, it looks like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more jets taking off, private jets. So this, I have to say, is way more entertaining than a 3-hour flight from Love Field to Oakland, California. Granted, we did not have any snacks, but this has been entertaining so far. Not sure about a show tomorrow. I know it'll be a late, if we do a show. I should have published it by now, but I'm kind of exhausted. It's too humid. And I need to catch up on some stuff. So we might do a show tomorrow from DFW. Not sure. We will see. If we do a show, it'll probably be again in the evening. Honestly, I have to design like an air-conditioned pod or something. So, just running off a random list, we've seen a ton of stuff tonight. We've seen the Poseidon P8. We've seen a Gulfstream 750. We've seen a Bombardier 7500 Global Express. We've seen a G6, a G5, a Challenger, Global Express 6500, a Hawker. I mean, pretty much all the jets there are, corporate jets, we've pretty much had it all tonight. We've seen jets from Vietnam, we've seen jets from Mexico, jets from Canada, Hungary. Oh, a 717, Randy says. Oh, that's right, Man. That's right, Man. And you also were able to do your laundry and do the dishes. Next departure looks like it's a Phenom 300. Whoops. Tico Man 90, howdy Pip, I'm the guy you met earlier at the observatory, just subscribed. Well, thank you so much. Excellent job finding me. And excellent work. Hope the picture's coming in good. And you hang around, broadcast here from Love Field, DFW. We've also broadcast from 50 other airports throughout the United States. I have a problem with traveling. It's a real issue. Also, I'm single, so I don't know if any woman wants to put up with me, so I pretty much just jump and go whenever I want. So this is Phenom 300 Embraer. All right, our next one heading to the runway. And then it looks like this beauty is the, where is it? Oh, I just had it. All right, this plane is the old 717 from Delta landing on 13 right. It's funny, this is like the only other commercial 121 operated airline that flies here. So if you're looking for variety, speaking of which, if you were looking for variety, tonight was the night. I'll tell you that much. Because it's not this much variety. I'll tell you that straight up. So this was the night to see variety at Love Field. All right, Checker Norm, have a great night, sir. Thank you so much. Sleep well. Safe travels on the road. Well, you're still on vacation. Make sure to wear long sleeves and long pants. That is my advice. Nope, no more Alaska, Matt, man. No more Alaska at Love Field. There is the 717 sneaking by. No more. Nope, no more. It's kind of sad, no question about it. No question about it, Matt, man. It's, just Delta Jet Suite X from the Jet Suite X hangar and Southwest. Thanks, everybody, for liking and subscribing. Welcome into episode 516. You know what we may do tomorrow? I wonder if we can do like a What's Wrong with My Airspace show. I think the East Coast is going to be a mess due to thunderstorms, so that could be fun. That could be entertaining. Be like, oh, a diversion, and then another diversion, and another one, and another. And another, and another, and another. We're almost out of jets, folks. We got a Southwest tail hanging out over there. I think 2 Southwest tails, another one's taxiing into place. But we're almost out of private jets, folks. Next one is the Citations XL, then an Embraer Legacy 450, and then a Dassault Falcon 900. Here goes the Citation XL, I believe. Yeah, Madman asks, do you see Allegiant possibly coming to McKinney? Great question. The answer is yes. I also see Breeze potentially coming to McKinney. It's just a question of if it works. If you didn't know, Avelo is the first airline to be positioned in November at McKinney or TKI, McKinney National, flying to Florida and Nevada. I couldn't tell you, John, as far as price. I have no idea. But I think like the G7, the Gulfstream 750 is probably a cool 70 million that we saw. All right, who's coming up next? Corporate jet coming up next down there. Runway 13 left. It's so quiet all of a sudden. Feel awkwardness. Feel it's an awkwardness. So quiet. John, good night, sir. Have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. It'll be interesting what the numbers shake out as, Matt. I don't... Chicago, remember, turned it down because of all the responsibility and costs and everything. So I'm sure it is a pretty substantial chunk of change tax-wise, but there was also a lot that went into it. Okay, I think one more private jet right there, and then two Southwestises. Liam says, what happens? It's a heavy Dassault. Got got a couple of Southwest. Is that it for our private jets? I think it is. I think we are done. We're done with our private jets. How about that? How about that? I think they need to get more. Whew. Parker says, I'm surprised that Chicago and also Vegas didn't get in on FIFA. It's an interesting observation. Vegas, yeah, I could totally see that, especially with their stadium. Well, Parker, the former Chicago mayor, Rahm Emanuel, specifically explained that it was like, I'm not spending a bunch of tax money to not, I guess, get the direct investment even that he thought. I don't know, Matt, man, you can say it better than I can. Ooh, a Global 500, 7,500 about to leave Carlsbad, Rod Moyes. I am still live, Ritzy Mink. We just got done with the last of our private jets that were taken off. It's been exhausting. Actually, I think there may be one more jet, or maybe this is the Bonanza. Is this the Bonanza? It is the Bonanza. Beechcraft Bonanza. The propeller version. Way to work hard, Ritzy Mink. Way to work hard. All right, this Southwest jet is ready to roll, going to St. Louis. 737-700. There you go. That's why Chicago didn't do it. Thank you, Matt, man. Mr. Diamond says hello, watching from Burbank. Well, thanks so much for saying hello, Mr. Diamond. Welcome to Dallas Love Field. This is 737-700 taking off to St. Louis. We just slowed down after about 2 hours of nonstop, ever since we started the show, about 2.5 hours of nonstop private jet traffic after the World Cup game today in Arlington. Roger that, Ritzy Mink. Good old Burbank. And I actually read in an article, Mr. Diamond, that Burbank Airport is almost done with their terminal renovations, which is definitely welcome, because if you want to talk about an old rundown terminal, it would be Burbank, California, Bob Hope Airport. So very excited to see that. Pretty light flight tonight, eh? You know, we haven't really taken a look at the terminal a lot tonight, but there is the terminal. Scheduled to open October 13th this year, Mr. Diamond. Oh, that is wonderful news. Wonderful news. Thank you for sharing with us. I might have to take a visit just to see the terminal, just to fly out. So, not sure about a show tomorrow. Obviously, I'll announce and publish if that is the case. Thursday, we'll see. Boy, it would be great to get up to EAA Adventure. Mr. Diamond says the reason I joined was to see if anyone was live here because I got family on November 8690 Alpha from Denver after visiting their old town. Pretty cool. They in a special livery. Oh, very nice. Was that Tennessee one perhaps? I actually need to do some applications too. That's true, man. We got to take a trip to see the new Pittsburgh terminal. Yeah. 100% truth. It is true, sir. The brand new Colorado one. The 800 series. Excellent, excellent. So I think this Southwest, if it's taking off, will maybe be our last. We'll see. Oh, shoot. Rod, well, I hope you have a quick recovery, sir. Spinal surgery is pretty serious, so I hope you have a very quick recovery. All right, so this will be our last plane of the night. Big thank you to everybody. This is going somewhere. Come on. There we go. It's going to Washington, D.C. Oh, they're landing in 9 minutes? All right, well, we'll wait 9 minutes. We'll wait 9 minutes. So, forget the music. Kill the music. Kill the music.
How's your mother, by the way?
All right.
How's your mother, by the way?
All right, kill the music. We'll wait for 9 more minutes to see if we catch Mr. Diamond's family landing. Thank you, Ritzy Mink. Have a great night, sir. All right. Kill the music right now. Or I probably should have done something like this. All right, we'll see if Colorado 1 lands in 9 minutes since it's only 9 minutes. I really want to take a shower, though. It is so humid. I told my mom tonight that I said next year I'm flying to Australia or Argentina for 3 months to get out of this heat and humidity. So if anybody wants to join me, Mr. Diamond says you should come over to Burbank PlaneSpot in the old parking lot before they close the old terminal soon. It's not a bad suggestion. All right, so let's see where your flight is, Mr. Diamond. I will give it 8 more minutes. November 8690. Denver to Dallas. Oh, yes, there it is. Okay, it's over Valley View. Okay. All right, we'll see which side it lands on. Well, Mr. Diamond, Australia is designed to be the opposite temperature of us in the summertime. Parker says, I found out that when you don't have air conditioning, the shower is a waste of time. Wise words, Parker. Wise words. All right, we will hang out and wait for him, Mr. Diamond. I'm gonna throw these. Got a couple of bottles to throw away real quick. I'll be right back. Hey, what's up, Rob? Welcome to Love Field. There's runway 13 right. Good morning, Rob, or I should say, is it afternoon yet in New Zealand? Let's see how my filter is. Is this a good filter? Oh, that's better. Oh, that's way better. Dang! My filter was off. I apologize to everybody. I was like, why is it so dark? And God said, let there be light. My apologies, folks. I didn't realize, I knew it looked like something was off, but I couldn't tell what. So, 1,000 apologies, folks. God said, let there be light, and we have light. So my filter on my camera was down. That's minus 5 points for me. That's my fault. Is Rainy Cajun tuned in? He'll probably razz me for this amateur move. Total amateur. It was most definitely invaded by the French and the Spaniards, Rob. Absolutely. Absolutely. No wonder my show was so dark yesterday, too. I was like, why is it so dark? 1,000 apologies. So here's Love Field Terminal. 3:18 p.m. in New Zealand. Thank you, Rob. The Southwest Plains look so much brighter now. Oh my gosh. That was a faux pas. 24 gates, I believe. I feel like we've done a lot of good tonight. I'm proud of all of you. If only I hadn't realized that we were filtering out the sun. We did for somewhat of the time, but now it's all bright. So that's my bad. Again, this is like my third week of broadcasting after being off for a month. So I'm going to blame that. Whoops. All right, I see Colorado 1 currently over Highway 380. Boy, thank you for putting up with this show, because this is embarrassing. Yeah, it has been a good show, even with the mess up. Hey, fun fact, these lights are called Urgles. They are specifically to notify that you're about to enter a critical area, i.e. the runway. So they're right at the hold bars so that you do not cross the hold bars. In-ground lighting. Urgles. So in-ground. How you played why the light on the tower alternates white and green. All right, we'll get another departure, looks like, before that flight from Denver arrives. So I'll say thank you again to Eddie and Mattman and F-150 San Antonio, Texas, for your contributions. Ramona Aviation. So cool, Liam. So cool. It is cool. It's also cool to be a flight dispatcher. Thanks to our mods too, Parker and Rainy Cajun and Mattman and Eddie. Excellent work tonight. Basically a calm wind. You can see the windsock there is just laying down flat. Ah, the All-Star game is over. It's all me. Thank you, Scott Kuiper. That is wonderful. Wow, look at that. How much brighter that is. Jeez. Ah, there's a private jet, our first private jet in a while. Taxiway Alpha. Well, Texas is the opposite of California in that we don't really have mountains in Dallas. Yes, it's coming in from Denver, Mattman. Texas is great, except it's hot and humid. Hey, look, a SkyWest Charters. An old CRJ being repurposed. Yes, Rainy Cajun. Yeah, Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is one of a kind in Texas. Rainy Cajun, the airline would probably be Braniff, is what I'm guessing, then Love Field. The question is, will Colorado 1 land on 13 left or 13 right? That is the question. Yep, 50-50. It is a 50-50 shot, and it looks like it's going to land on the south runway. Boo! We'll still be able to kind of see it. But I'll tell you what, we're going to, now that we've waited for it, we'll go ahead and restart the ending music. It's got a few minutes to play. There we go. It was actually Delta? Dang it. Hey, thank you again to Rainy Cajun, Parker, Matt, Man, Eddie, for moderating. Don't forget that you can help the channel contribute via Super Chat, membership, or PayPal. We also have GoFundMe, and we have t-shirts for sale that are super awesome. Thank you, everybody, for supporting the channel tonight. There are your family and friends on Colorado 1 from Denver. We'll let you know when our next show is. If it's not tomorrow, we'll make an announcement. It's been awesome the past 2 days. Matt, man, you're a funny, funny man. It's been non-stop fun tonight. It's been pretty awesome, so thank you, everybody. Thank you all. Remember, be kind to each other, and stay tuned for our next show, wherever it might be. And if you have a question, don't forget, you can always email me at pipsplanespottinglive@gmail.com. Rob, you had a question about the green and blue lights. Taxiway centerline lights are green. Taxiway edge lights are blue. So how about that? Taxiway center line, green. Taxiway edge lights, blue. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I think it is Man. Tim Arnold's name is on Colorado 1. Episode 516 is in the books. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you later.